So here we will be discussing what are the main principles in accident prevention. Now there are some basic background information which we have to identify. One important is that accident prevention mainly depends on identifying the hazards. Hazards means dangerous situation. So when there are two headings are there. One is recognizing the potential hazard at home as well as in office or in workspace. There will be a lot of situations, a lot of environment where going there may be more dangerous. So such situation can very rarely result in an accident. So that is the way identifying or recognizing dangerous situations or dangerous places, conduct regular inspection and assessment to identify possible hazards or possible dangers. Then evaluate the likelihood and impact of potential accident. Sometimes when we say that some accidents, even if they occur, may not be life-threatening, but some may be life-threatening. So that is the risk assessment. These are the two important concepts that we have to keep in mind while we are studying about the main principles. So here mainly most of the accident prevention technique focus on three main areas. One is engineering control. For example, modifying the equipment. So when we are using a gas or gas lighter or any instrument like a microwave, whatever type of instrument, there should be some mechanism by which it do not cause any safety risk to the user. So by simply modifying the equipment, maybe covering it with some additional layer of protection, we may be able to increase the safety for the person or the individual who is using it. So that is that engineering, that designing better equipment is what is coming under the better engineering. Then another is administrative controls. That is why when there is some dangerous situation, our government will be releasing a lot of orders, like you should not move out of the house during this hour. So that kind of control is known as administrative control, and which are usually enforced by our police department, because if some order is released by the government, nearly 80% of the people will blindly follow it. They are not going to question any government order. But some 20% will be very reluctant. Out of that 20%, 10% may be highly reluctant. They may be highly indisciplined. Even if it is a strict order from the government, there will be few people who will be taking the risk. You know that most of the people are wearing helmet, seat belt, etc. But a minority of the people do not wear it, and they may be causing a lot of accident. So some kind of enforcement from the part of government or police department is necessary. That is what is coming under the administrative control, because there will be always few people, few individuals who are ready to take any risk. So that is why there should be some policies, and what should be our procedure if there is an accident, how it should be handled. Some standard procedures, and usually in government department they say standard operating protocol, SOP, standard operating protocol. That is, in such a situation, in case of, in the event of an accident, these are the things this every government department or every office or every educational institution. Sometimes you may be saying that last time when there was an accident of one student climbing on a cycle shed, and student had some injury, or I think I don't know what resulted, that something happened to that student, and what our government department was saying that cycle shed doesn't have the proper license. So that is because government always looks at this kind of thing. So whether they have taken the license, they have the operating permission, all this they will be checking. So these are coming under the administrative control. Then personal protective equipment. Our helmet is a very good example of personal protective equipment. Sometimes fire force people, they will be using very much insulating insulating clothes they will be using, so that they will not be having any kind of fire injury. So such equipments are known as a personal protective equipment, and it should be used when we are working in a factory or in a construction site. There is always possibility of some stones or other building material falling down. So if there is a helmet, it may reduce the impact of head injury. So that is the purpose of personal protective equipment. Then another aspect is that you have to educate the people. Continuous training, that is an important thing. If it is a factory or another type of situation or an environment, normal officers do not need continuous training. But if you are working with something like a dangerous situation, maybe in a hospital, you need continuous training, because in hospital new kinds of diseases are coming. When corona comes, they need better training. When some other kind of, if there is another disease known as Ebola. So when new diseases are coming, the people who are working in that environment, that should be they have to be trained in how to handle this new situation. So continuous training, regularly train employees about the safety protocols and what are the emergency procedures that we can do. Then another is a safety culture. Foster an environment where safety is prioritized and everyone is encouraged to report unsafe conditions. This is also an important thing, that is, if there is something unsafe in our society or in our workplace, all the employees, all the people should feel an obligation that they should report it properly to the concerned authorities. And very few times this is happening. We know that our roads are all not properly maintained, but very few people are really concerned about reporting this kind of situation, and that is why our government officers are very, very reluctant, because nobody is complaining. When somebody is bringing a complaint to nobody has told us. So that will be the type of response most of the time these government officials will be telling, because they are also lazy people. Maybe they have thousands of work and very few people. So if somebody is not reporting something, they will not address that situation. So there should be a safety culture where safety of ourselves and safety of our fellow being, safety of our friends and neighbors, everyone is very important. Then monitor and review. So establish a system for reporting accident and near misses. Sometimes when accidents occur, that should be reported. And because in case of traffic accident, you know what are the standard procedures which are normally employed. And sometimes accidents may have just missed. We have just luckily escaped from an accident. Such cases should be also reported, so that the people working in that accident prevention may get some idea. So of design, sometimes you may be seeing that our road junctions are designed in such a way that after few accidents, they will be building new kind of traffic island or traffic signals, or some kind of modification may be done. The reason is that based on previous history, previous reports of accident, the people who are concerned with that area will be developing some solution, and they will be implementing it, so that the chance of accidents repeating may be reduced. So that is the importance of incidents reporting. And continuous improvement, regularly review and update safety procedure based on accident analysis. So what are the different type of accidents which have taken place, and what could be the possible reason? What are how much was the death rate in such accident? All these should be analyzed, and based on that, we should try to bring better solution, better equipment for preventing such accident. Then emergency preparedness. So in this emergency preparedness, there are three. One is develop and communicate clear emergency procedure. If there is a fire in a building, which route the occupants in that building should use. So if all the people are going to one route, as in the case of there was one IAS institute in Delhi, when there was a fire or something, all the students were moving to one escape route. That resulted in death of so many students. So that is why there should be an emergency plan which should be clearly mentioned to the users of that building, so that in case of in the event of a fire or some other situation like earthquake or anything happening, people know to which route they should be able to escape. Then another is a drills simulation. Some conduct regular drills to ensure readiness. So till recently there are these kind of drills are common. Now the government is a little bit relaxed. But if you go to some other countries, they have a regular drills. If you are in a hostel in some other country, every year at least twice or three times they will be conducting this kind of mock drill. That is, in case of fire or in case of a danger, how you should escape. What are the things that you are supposed to do? Now, these are the three main principles of accident prevention. The first principle is education, or educating the people. 3 E's of accident prevention. Normally, you can expect a question on that. What are the important 3 E's of accident prevention? The first E stands for education. Are the foundational principles used to create a safe environment and reduce the likelihood of. So in the use of this, the first E, educating the people. Educating the people about the safety procedure, potential hazard is crucial to preventing accident. And second thing is, it involves training individuals on how to identify the risk and implement a safe behavior. So this is an important aspect of accident prevention. Educating our students about educating the public about the safety procedure is very important. Second is, we have already discussed, that is mentioned here. Second E stands for engineering. So engineering means better, in simple terms, better equipment. So more ideal. So this involves designing systems, equipment, environment to minimize the potential for accident. So that we are designing more better equipment, safety measures, so that the chance of an accident happening, like handrail. In a staircase, we will be using better handrail. All these will be reducing the chance of an accident occurring. Engineering control aims to eliminate or reduce hazards at the source. So that is also an important thing. Then installing guardrails, designing machinery with the safety features, and designing, creating ergonomic. Ergonomic means there are certain type of chair that gives better back support. Such chairs are known as ergonomic mouse. So ergonomic chair, and there are some type. Now most of the mouse are like this. There are ergonomic mouses are there. Now in the case of ergonomic mouses, I will show you one picture. So ergonomic mouse will be in a very different way. Their nature. See, this kind of mouses are known as ergonomic mouses. See, their click is at the side, so that when we are continuously using mouse for several hours, what happens is that there will be a lot of pain for our hand. See here, you can see that. This kind of mouse is known as ergonomic mouse. So something that reduces the physical strain is known as ergonomic. So such type of things are now available. Then enforcement. We have already discussed about the importance of enforcement. The enforcement means implementing, enforcing safety rules, regulation, and standards ensure that safety protocols. What is the reason for enforcement? I told you, some individuals will be there, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, but they are enough to create problem for most of the people. So enforcement ensures compliance with the safety practices and legal requirement. So regular safety inspection, penalties for non-compliance, consistent monitoring of safety practices are also very important. Now, this is the most important idea. What are the 3 E's of accident prevention? If there is such a question, you need to explain education, engineering, and enforcement. So that is the one possible question you can expect. And these 3 E's work together to create a comprehensive approach to accident prevention, helping to ensure that people are informed, hazards are minimized, and safety practices are followed. So this is an idea regarding the principles of accident prevention.